Hi there, my name is Weston Young, and this is my review of the Shinto Oni Katana from Balaur Arms. Now, full disclosure, this was sent to me for review by Cult of Athena. I didn't pay for this, but, given that, I think I can be more impartial with that. So, a few things about it first. This is a katana made by Balaur Arms, and this is the Shinto Oni Katana. So, this is representative of the Edo period of Japan. This is really nice. I'll start off by saying this has my stamp of approval. I really enjoy this sword. I did some cutting tests with it, did some accidental strength tests with it, which isn't too bad, but we'll get to that too. And just honestly, just how beautiful it is, I can't say enough good about it. I am a little biased. I didn't pay for this. I was sent this by Cult of Athena for review. With that being said, let's get into it. First thing I'll say, it came really nicely packaged. I was not concerned about the safety of this thing whatsoever in shipping. It came in, a good sized box with wrapping paper, not bubble wrap, but just lots of cardboard paper strewn all around it. It was really safe, wasn't jiggling at all when I picked up the package. Now the sword came wrapped like this in a cloth bag, which comes free with it. And I really appreciate that, keeping it safe, keeping it from getting scratched in transport, and you get to keep this so in your own transport, it'll be safe and all that. While I have a moment, I'm going to say I'm not an expert on Japanese or East Asian weaponry by any means. As you can see from the wall, I'm more in the European side of HEMA and history. So that's where my expertise lies, so bear with me as I review this katana from that perspective. But that being said, I really like this. I've never considered myself a katana person, but this is just beautiful, beautiful craftsmanship. And for the price tag, you really can't beat it. We're gonna start with the saya, or the scabbard as it is called. I'm gonna open this correctly. So the saya is wooden, which I really appreciate wooden scabbard. It is lacquer finished to apparently prevent scratches, and it's more preventive against scratches and stuff, and you can kind of see that texture on there. The end, the butt, and the top are both buffalo horn, I believe. Yep, genuine buffalo horn on both ends to prevent splitting and stuff like that, which, again, appreciated. Comes with a silk Sagio string, which I don't have unwound because I don't, I couldn't replicate that. But really nicely wrapped out of the packs. You can do whatever you want with that. And I believe this piece as well is buffalo horn, which is really nice. This blue part is called a rattan, and that is blue lacquered, which is really nice. And I appreciate that. And just, again, overall quality, for the price tag of just under $400, $385, yeah, $385, you can't beat this. This is really nice that comes with this. And made in a pretty traditional, modern interpretation, a representative of historical, so we like this. So how does the sword fit into the saya? Really nicely. I'm pretty impressed. When I got this, I couldn't get it open. It was tight. I had to really push to get this off. It creates an airtight seal. It has loosened up since, having use, but it's still creating an airtight seal. That is very nice. And you should be having your thumb on the tsuba at all times anyway, but yeah, see? So, but when you first get it, it's a tight fit, which is really nice and very much appreciated. Now, all the components on the hilt are brass, which is very much appreciated, and feature Shinto Oni spirits, and that's the design choice that I went with, and you can see them on the inside of the tsuba. Which, just the craftsmanship looks amazing. This is cast brass, by the way. And I'm not sure if that's completely historical, but it certainly looks nice. Yeah. Is just very, very pleasing to the eye. Now the cord wrap is artificial silk, but real ray skin underneath, and you can see that in there. And there's these bits, I'm not sure what they're called. I don't know every Japanese katana sword term. I apologize for that. But this bit, there's one at the bottom of the grip and one on the other side on the upper portion of the grip. Don't know what they're called, let me know in the comments. And then the bamboo pins Can't remember what they're called either, but there's 2 of them, which I believe is mostly recommended nowadays. I think historically there were both, but nowadays they prefer to have 2 just for added security. Ah yes, and the grip itself is a hardwood, so I don't think there's really a chance of it loosening up or taking any damage whatsoever. I'm really confident with this. Now the blade is T10 high carbon steel, which has held up wonderfully to all the test cutting. Now it is actually clay tempered, so what they do is they put what they did historically as well, which again I really appreciate that the Balaur Arms going all out for this. You put clay along the spine of the blade and then do the heat treatment. So it develops that hem-on line, which you can see in there. There's oil on the blade right now. That's what that water looks like. That's oil on the blade, but you can see that hem-on line up and down the whole blade, and that is a real one, not like wall hangers you'll see at the mall that it's just etched on to make it look real. But no, this is a genuine hem-on line. Now this bowhide groove is along both sides that you can see. In European terms, we'd call that a fuller. That's designed to lighten the blade, which is done historically. Not all katanas have it, but a lot did, so that's cool to see. And all the fittings as well, keep the edge away from my fingers, are really tight. Like this hasn't loosened up. I hit a board a few times accidentally, and nothing's loosened up whatsoever. I really appreciate that. Now at the end of the video, I'll show all the test cutting I did with this, which was wonderful. It was beautiful to cut with. Now the blade is a single bevel, which means the edge from the back of the blade just goes straight down to the edge and there's no secondary bevel, which you'd think would make a very weak edge. Like you wouldn't want to really cut or hit anything too hard, you'd risk chipping it or deforming it. But I hit my, I was cutting on a stool and I hit the stool hard and it cut into the wood, but didn't chip the edge. I cut it somewhere around here, I believe, and there's no evidence I did that whatsoever. And I'm pretty damn impressed. Now this is very, very sharp right out of the box. I didn't need to sharpen this whatsoever. Fantastic, fantastic work. I didn't need to sharpen it at all, cut right away. I'm gonna show all my cutting footage at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that, where I cut water bottles and foam and accidentally cut the stool. But like I said, it held up beautifully. I have no complaints with this sword. It's fantastic. It's a great representation of a real katana. Like I said, it's made in the traditional way with clay tempering. It's a real sword. When you get this, you get a real sword, and usually you have to spend quite a bit of money, but this is fantastic. Only almost $400, $385 for standard grade, but they do have munitions and blemished grades, so you can have a little bit of a discount if you're willing to accept a few blemishes or blades that aren't quite up to Cult of Athena's quality control, but are still usable. This might have a dent or a nick or a scratch or something like that. But still, I think very, very worth it. This sword, I have no complaints about. It's fantastic. And I thank Cult of Athena very much for sending this to me. And I love having a partnership with them. I do have an affiliate link for them below, like I said, so I'm a little biased on this, but I think I would have bought this for myself had it not been sent to me. This is just really nice. It's wonderful to add this to my collection. The blade also has a slight distal taper. You might be able to see that. Or if I do this, I slowly walk it up and try not to stab the ceiling. So it starts pretty narrow at the tip and slowly widens out towards the base. So there's a bit of a distal taper. The balance is very nice. I have no complaints about that. It's light, 80 inches from the tip to the bottom of the grip. Blade length is 28.5 inches. They have written very sharp, edges very sharp, and it definitely is. It cuts like a monster. Weight is 2 pounds 9 ounces, which is ideal. I think that's historical. It's right in the range you want, and it moves beautifully. I have zero complaints about it. And like I said, the distal taper that's on here is very good. It's 7.4 millimeters at the base to 4.7 millimeters. That's funny. So yeah, a good distal taper on this. Point of balance, 4 inches, just about. Yeah, it's just about here. Just about here. So right in that sweet spot, right where you want it. But yeah, Balaur arms, and we were based in China. No complaints. This is fantastic. I recommend this to anyone who wants a katana. Seriously, wow, this is good, and I'm really honored to have this in my collection. If you want to get one for yourself, I have an affiliate link in the description. If you want to see more videos with this katana, I have more on my TikTok at @the_Weston Young. You can check those out there. Thank you so much, Cult of Athena. Thank you, Balaur Arms, for sending me this, and enjoy the cutting test. Yeah. I just got the cap. Nope.